Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amasid and today we are corrupting 586 Eyes of Innocence. This is an insane amount of amulets, so big shout out to SDJ for compiling and getting all this. I know it basically took him the entire league to acquire all of this because, I mean, can you imagine trying to buy 586 of one amulet? It's ridiculous. So big shout out, and I really hope we can hit something for you. The total cost here is 85x. We're really just trying to hit +1 curse. I haven't price checked it because I figure we'll get there when we get there. But I really hope that we hit something for him because this is insane. This is truly insane. We have a bunch of I would say exalted orbs, vol orbs in here. We're ready to go. I will price check the ones that are kind of interesting. I'll try and group them as best I can. But noting that we're essentially 2 months into the league, it's only the big hitters that are going to be worth anything. So just I'll note that they have been qualled up. They all have elemental damage qual 20%. This absolute maniac did this. I can only imagine the clicking there. So I guess without further ado, let's start the voling. We'll start with the ones that are in my inventory first. Bricked. Rarity. What if we hit it like the first 3, huh? Grace. Oh, we got attribute. All max. Wow, so many implicits. Nothing. Bricked. Nothing. Bricked. Okay. Now let's get to these. Just need one to latch onto, and we'll start it off. Nothing. Nothing. Ellie with attack. Seems good. Nothing. 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 It's gonna be a lot of me just talking over corruption, saying nothing and bricked over and over and over again. Nothing. Block. Nothing. Anger. A lot of implicits. First row is down. Cold leech. Let's get something good for the guy. I'm going to try and keep it at a decent pace because this is a ridiculous amount. We got attributes again. A ridiculous amount of amulets. Wrath Aura. I think that's our second, 11th, third attributes. That's the first brick in a while. Determination. Clarity. I'm going to do another quick check at the end, though, just to make sure that I don't miss something here. That's another attribute. This is... I still cannot wrap my head around the amount of amulets that's in here. Attributes again. Now, the odds of hitting curse is extremely low. I think it's like 1 in 300 or something like that. I don't quote me on that, but it's extremely low. So we'll have to hope. Attribute again. Come on. Discipline. Very few bricks until that stretch there. Purity of elements. Malevolence. All res. It's the second all res. I remember from the last time we did this, albeit lower number, all res was a good one, but of course we'll have to see. This is just like excellent even for just accumulating data. Ooh, that's quant. That's a cool one. Attack speed. Purity of elements. But yeah, we didn't hit one last time we did this. Attack speed again. Another attribute. Cold leech. I think it's like our 3rd or 4th cold leech. Pride, malevolence, bricked. I just skipped over one. Make sure I just read that one. All right, we're done with row 6 or whatever that was. Clarity. I mean, if this isn't a sample size for voling things, then I don't know what is. Continuing. Strength and dex still. It's the land of strength and dex. Oh! We got one! Let's go! Pulling that aside. Jesus, I'm so relieved. We needed to hit something for this guy. Woo! We needed something for SDJ. My man spent all this. Movement speed. We have so many left, though. Let's see if we can hit another one. That is a much deserved hit if I've ever seen it. Much deserved. Might be extremely difficult to price check. I would be surprised if there are any others. That's not to say that there won't be, but maybe I'm just underestimating the market for this sort of thing. I'm relieved that we hit one. Nothing. A lot of nothing. Clarity. I will do my best to organize this so that way everyone can see what we got in a more... Because, again, I think this is such a cool amount of data that we're getting here. And I think everyone will be a little curious to see how that turns out. I might not organize it in the stash, but I will definitely put it in a spreadsheet or something, if not in the stash. Nothing. Lots of nothings on this row. Rarity. Okay. A lot of nothings in that row. That row was like almost entirely nothing. Oh, another attribute. If only it was on Crystallized Omniscience. We got plus all res. That was another one that I remember being good before. Oh, I really hope we can hit 2 plus 1 curses. That would be awesome. Okay, that's about the halfway point, I think, just by eyeballing. Let's go this way now. Let's try. Let's go. Let's mix it up a little bit, direction-wise. How about that? Attack speed, purity. Whoa! And now I'm going down a little bit. It's absolute maniac, I know. When you're volleying this many things, you got to keep it interesting. Block. Oops, skipped one. So it seems like we hit one quant as well, which is super cool. Come on. Let's give him another one. Zealotry, anger, fire, zealotry again. Oop, I skipped one. I had a feeling I did. Plus all res. Well, another. Oh, that's plus 1 to max all res. That's cool. Grace. Okay, we'll go down now. I'll stop keeping it fresh. Oh, a lot of nothings. Oop, thought I skipped one. Keeping down the line here. Oops, I've went off course. Oh, another attribute. So I think we're probably like a solid like 10 attribute ones so far. Maybe a little bit more. Could be misremembering. Okay. Discipline. Determination. I can feel my eyes starting to get numb to the strength and dex text in there. That's why I'm definitely gonna have to double check this at the end. Another all res. More attributes, anger. Pride. Purity. A bunch of the add an addition. Oh, sorry, I misread that one. A bunch of the, grants whatever. Grants additional or grants like clarity or purity of elements or whatever it is. A little too fast there. Let's do one horizontal row. Is that an attribute one? Nice. Skipped one. We got discipline aura. All res again. Discipline. Purity of lightning, as that was? Yeah. Malevolence. All res again. Skipped one at the top. Oh! That's a second one! Let's go! That is sick. So we hit 2. I mean, hitting 3 would just be the absolute craziest. That would defy the odds for sure. I feel like 2 is about on par for what you'd hope with doing this quantity. But it's by no means guaranteed. I can't remember the exact number that we did last time. But we did a lot last time too, and we still didn't hit one. Almost done here. Last row. We've come so far. The word strength is starting to look weird. You know, when you look at something for a long time and it starts to look weird. Last one is a brick. Of course, classic. We hit 2 additional curse. Let me just check. Make sure I didn't miss one. Oops. Let's spell curse right, though. Nope. Okay. 2 additional curse. Let's just give this a quick look. There's one for 15 exalts 1 day ago. You know, okay, that's actually less than I would have expected. But I guess it's a pretty cheap amulet. This is just a ton of amulets. So the value, I guess, is the bulk here. These are like for use or bulk sell, but these are kind of like you'd have to resell all these to make your money back. So that makes sense. But anyway, we'll just parse it through. This is a for science thing anyway at the end of the day, right? I mean, this is a ridiculous amount of amulets. So I'll be right back with the results, and we will see how we did in terms of just breaking it down. And I'll also do my best to assign like a general value to these as well. Alrighty, everyone, we are back. Now let's walk through the results here. I've separated here by things that have implicits, things that went rare, and things that hit nothing. Now let's walk through the results here. So bricks, things that have turned to rare, there were 149 bricks out of the 586. 290 went nothing. Let me pause. Before we keep going, these values are extremely iffy. Like, realistically, who's going to buy a corrupted Eye of Innocence at this stage in the league? Probably nobody. So it's really only the big hits that are going to be worth anything, like additional curse, pretty much. Maybe max res, if that's appealing to somebody. Possibly anger effect, but unlikely. I would say it's really this additional curse is the only one that has a huge value. So I would say take this value with a huge grain of salt. I just wanted to, I tried my best with market prices, but I'm well aware of the fact that it's unlikely this will actually sell, especially these smaller things. So I took a glance, but take it with a huge grain of salt. Let's look more at the quantity, so let's focus more on that. So attribute percent was 16, wrath effect was 7, determination effect we hit 8, any kind of block there was 12, granting a malevolent skill was 5 versus like a malevolence aura effect was 3, wed elemental damage with attacks, but you just hit 1 of those, which is interesting. Any kind of purity skill, so lightning and elements were I think the only really 2 that we hit, but those are the big ones. Elemental leech, so fire, cold, lightning damage as leech. Rarity, attack speed, max res, meaning plus 1% to max res as opposed to plus all res. Zealotry effect grants clarity, grace effect, hatred effect, anger effect, pride effect, discipline effect was a lot. All res meaning like plus all res, so plus like 15 all res or whatever it was. 1 movement speed, 1 quant, and 2 additional curse. Now, if these all sold at the prices that they're listed at, we still don't make money because it's, you know, the total was just about 85x, so it's just about a 40x loss. But I think this is more of a for science project anyway. I think that's the expectation here. So we did hit 2 additional curse, so that's pretty cool. The fact that we hit 2 was I think right on with the odds, give or take. If we had hit more than that, it would have been over odds. So I feel like the odds are probably not in your favor to make money with this. This is clearly, you can just look at the math and figure that out, but a very cool one nonetheless. So like I said, values I wouldn't focus too much on. It's really just the quantities here that we're working with. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.